So today I have a few more shield sovereigns to show you, and these are my three latest pickups. So we picked these up at a reasonable premium, not much more than normal bullion sovereigns, although a little bit. Premiums on sovereigns have been a bit crazy recently, to be honest. So I haven't bought as many as I would have liked, but I have picked up a few 1 ounce coins such as the Lion of England, the Griffin, and a few basic Krugs and Britannias and things. So today, anyway, we have some shield sovereigns. Now, they are probably my favourite coins, if I had to choose. The Britannias, they are nice, they're great, but we do just have a little bit of a love for sovereigns here on the channel. So, the shield is obviously on the back of the coin, thus the name Shield Back. And here we have on the front, we have Young Elizabeth. So I'll just flip them all over. We'll take a look at those. So, like I say, they are, bullion coins. They're not super collectible examples. They're not something I would send to grade, but they are still nice nonetheless. You can appreciate the detail. So when you're looking at the Young Victorias, if you look at the hairline, you can often see the wear arrive there first. And these were 1872, 1871 and 1869, so they've been around a while. We're talking a bit of public maths, but 150 years, so roughly in that ballpark. They've been around a little bit longer than me. In terms of, like I say, condition, reasonable, not too bad. Not something you're going to send for grading necessarily, but still we can appreciate the design, and it's nice to have them in the stack there. So they do generally, like I say, command a little bit of a premium over your basic bullion sovereigns. And I can see why it's a fan favourite in terms of sovereigns, why people like the design. So this is the rest of the shields, or most of them. There are a few more at large, but those are the ones I have to show you today. The shield sovereigns, they were around between, I think it was 1838 and 1887, so nearly 50 years. Now, in terms of mintages, they do vary over the years, with some years not being minted. There is a bit of a mix, though, between sort of the rare years at a few 100,000 and more commonly, we're talking in the millions, so single-digit millions, sort of 2, 3, 4, up to 10 million. There are some that were minted in Sydney, so we have the S on this one for Sydney Mint. Some were minted, in the UK, in London, and there were a few in the other Australian mints, I believe. But things like South Africa, like Canada and India, Ottawa, those mints, they were later, so they were beyond the shield years, and so you wouldn't generally see those. I just said about this having a mint mark there, the S. I believe it is the mint mark. You sometimes get a die number there, so sometimes you might have a number, not a mint mark, and sometimes it might just be blank, so not to worry. The main thing to think about with these is if your coin is obviously rotating flipping, I would call it. I would say that's a flip. If you flip the coin like you would for a buffalo or a peace dollar, for example, and it should remain the correct way up. If you rotate it like you would for other sovereigns, then definitely something suspect there. Now, colour is one thing we haven't mentioned, but you can just see, looking at the colour, it does look a lot like 4/9's fine gold that we're all used to at the moment. So whatever they're thinking with these modern sovereigns in the coppery colour, I don't really know, but definitely can't go wrong with a shield in my opinion. And like I say, that is why they are one of my favourite coins. So in terms of stacking plans, will I pick up some more? I'll keep my eye out as always. Like I say, there was a spell earlier in 2022, I picked up a few of these, and then there was just a spell where there wasn't really many on the market, so you could buy higher premium collectible examples and slabbed versions and things, but there just wasn't any sort of big lots of them that I came across on the market, and so there was a while between me actually buying them. I do sometimes toy with the idea of selling the shields and then buying basic bullion sovereigns back, but every time I buy a new one and I take a look, I'm faced with this view, and it's just hard to part with them. So whilst ultimately I do want to be able to part with my shields, if it did ever come to the fact that I needed to sell, quickly and raise some money quickly, I could probably sell these a lot quicker than some normal bullion sovereigns on a crowded market if there was a personal emergency, for example. So worth thinking about. And let me know what you think of shields down below. We'll talk to you in the comments.